Francisco Gonzalez. 62 games on the series. The Golden State welcomes you to the HSBC Los Angeles Sevens Pool B action. South Africa to receive a kickoff from Canada in red. Zane Davids says, let's go. 100,000 earthquakes a year in LA. We expect plenty more this weekend on the pitch here, home of the LA Galaxy, Dignity Health Sports Park. Early take here for South Africa. Sheikh Soizwapi goes to Davids. On the outside to JC Pretorius, the Marvel superhero for the Blitzboks this season, particularly in the first 4 tournaments when they won gold at every single event. Sheikh Soizwapi, the captain, decides to cut back to the short side. Pretorius is there, gets a strong carry and a bump as well. Put the Blitzboks on the front foot. Miller du Plessis back in the side. Great to see him carving up. Adonis gets it away. Little steps here from Sean Williams. Williams is a elusive little customer. Just held up as Oosthuizen feeds a beautiful ball to Miller du Plessis. He's back on the big stage. Absolutely loving it. South Africa get the opening score.
What a line from Miller du Plessis, cutting in inside the Canadian defence. Once again, Canada's defence struggling. They get really, really narrow from the breakdown, committing a lot of numbers to the breakdown, and then they're leaving 2 numbers out wide, and du Plessis spots that gap, scythes right through the middle, and goes through to give South Africa exactly the start they'll have wanted and get some momentum at the beginning of this game.
The extras are over as well. Miller du Plessis had a bad leg injury. He's back though, the man from Poljum in the Western Cape. Brother played his rugby just 2 hours away in San Diego, Major League Rugby. JP du Plessis now in Nola Gold. 7-0 South Africa lead. Don't forget, as far as the series stands, they need to make the cup final to put it without doubt to win the series. Kick goes over the top. The pod can't handle. Oosthuizen comes in, gets his hand involved, and it will be a South African lineup.
Competition in the airs. Canadian pod just allowing it to go in behind them, and South Africa will have possession and another opportunity to start building on this lead. As we mentioned, points difference could become important in this pool. Who's to say? So that South Africa want to make sure they're taking all the opportunities they can in this match.
Liner from Sean Williams. He receives it well. Darren Adonis goes across. Miller du Plessis bobbles it up, but puts a kick over the top and chases here. Bounces. Good take here from Canada. As they look for a little step here from Josiah Mora, known as Jojo Mora, the 24-year-old. He's been a standoff for the Canadian side, coached by Henry Paul Butt. Penalty South Africa.
And South Africa putting the kick behind, not retaining possession, but flooding that breakdown with numbers and lots of power and getting the turnover. I think a kick is often can be made good through the chase you get, and South Africa showing that there. Even though they didn't get the initial one, they had numbers at the breakdown, got the turnover.
One of the higher kicking sides on the series. Try scorer Miller du Plessis floats one over the top to his captain Sheikh Soizwapi for the corner, and he is in. Try number 132 in his career, scored his 100th in Edmonton, and he enjoys them here in LA.
South Africa right from the tap penalty, move it wide. Canada's defense got really, really committed in the middle, and it was a simple looping pass out to Soizwapi to wander over in the corner. You see it here, just approaching the line. Du Plessis puts in that long pass. The Canadian defense just got so fixated in the middle of the field that they weren't able to cover across.
Sheikh Soizwapi nominated for SA Rugby's Sevens Player of the Year in 2021. Salutes the heavens. Kick will stay to the left-hand side. Is 12-0. South Africa with Sheikh's man out of Dell College in King Williamstown in the Eastern Cape, with Neil Powell and Renfred Dezel, their coaches. Last series coaching job for them. Canada will take possession at the halfway line, though.
We've seen a number of those so far today. The kickers not being quite as accurate as you'd expect at this level. Lots of kicks not going 10. So something that the teams, as they get deeper into the tournament, will make sure they're eliminating those sorts of errors.
Well, Madison Hughes, you kicked many times for the United States over the years. Tell us how long it takes to practice those restarts. They are aerial giants.
Absolutely. I mean, it's such an important part of sevens. I mean, I have to say, it's easier to sit in the commentary booth and telling people they shouldn't be kicking it not 10 than when you get out there. But no, I mean, these guys, you have to be so accurate because it's such an important part of sevens. You score a try, you retain the next kickoff. You can just chain together tries and really build up points.
Henry Paul there in picture, and there's Neil Powell, both representing their countries. Henry, of course, for England, Neil Powell for South Africa. So here comes Canada now. A chance for them. They take it to the line. Pressure there as Jake Teal picks it up and then loses it. Oosthuizen has it for South Africa. Zane Davids. A battering ram. Adonis, lovely footwork from Darren Adonis. He's an excellent dancer off the field as well.
Couple bodies down for South Africa going through the walls. Canada making them fight in those breakdowns, but South Africa do get the decision and are going to be able to slow it down and allow their player to be treated.
If they go down, can we get Jake Teal, Canada, number 2? So South Africa haven't won a medal since winning the first 4 of the season, of course, but they had the hunting ground here in LA, defending champions from 2020. Look to make an early replacement. Yeah, and there's Jake Teal. Well, we started a campaign, Boots to Kick Cancer. He raised $100,000 for the Ronald McDonald House. That is brilliant work, Jake. Excellent from you and your teammates.
Absolutely. I mean, it's so amazing what a lot of players, including Jake Teal here, do off the field.
Thank you, buddy.
As important as their work on the field.
Well, this is worry here for South Africa. Zane Davids, who has been their standout player this season, goes to the side. That's not a good for Neil Powell and his side. Zane Davids' school plays their 200th rival match against Bishops. His school, Rondebosch, won this morning, so congrats to his alumni, including yours truly. Here comes South Africa on the outside. JC Pretorius looking to cut back in. Oh, Pretorius! He's a fantastic finisher, and he rolls over for the blitz box. They have their 3rd in the first half.
JC Pretorius with a fantastic finish there, stepping in on his left foot, and he really has stepped up in the last kind of couple years as a really emerging talent in that South African forward pack. They lost a bunch of their forwards a couple years ago, and Pretorius has really taken on that mantle and continued to show that the blitz box can produce really, really talented young forwards.
HSBC Dream Team, as voted by the fans in round 1 and 2 this season, just powers his way towards the line. South Africa up 17-0 in the first half, bouncing back from that earlier loss to the United States. Definitely shell-shocked them early on. So that's Pool B. Still to face New Zealand. Oh, the South Africans, this is their second pool game. Canada as well, played New Zealand earlier, lost 26 points to 5. Try scored by Alex Russell. Teal. Pressure on Brock Webster. Teal goes quickly. Canada, can they get them in here in the first half? Morrow has a lovely fend and a big crunching tackle on Jojo Mora. Last played back in the Malaga Sevens in Spain. Ball pops up for Josh Teal. One of the twins in the side, plays his rugby, San Diego Legion. Just down the road, a few hours drive, depending on the traffic here in LA. Big tackle on Jake Teal. He's okay. Anton Ngongo moves it away. Brock Webster, can he make something happen here? Webster is elusive, a little customer. Does well to keep in the field, to play a high shot on him. So Cooper Coates wants to go quickly for Canada. Fires the dummy and loops the ball over the top. Teal flicks it back. It's skills aplenty from Canada. And Jojo Mora scores against South Africa. That is a crowd favourite try from Mora.
Thought they might have wasted the chance, but the nice little flick pass does allow Canada to go over in the corner at the end of this half. We see South African defenders flying up. Good play there from Teal to recognise he didn't have time to catch that ball and then pass it on. And Canada do get the try at the close of this first half.
Sustained pressure. And Jojo Mora, with the Castaway Wanderers and Toronto Saracens, has his name on the board. That's the half-time whistle. Kick unsuccessful there, and it's South Africa that lead Canada here in Pool B by a score of 17 points to 5. Well, a little bit earlier we saw Ireland in action. Let's catch up with Billy Meeks, Australia fact.
Billy, first of all, just a short drive to the stadium from your home today.
Yeah, it's always nice to sleep in your own bed. Just pop down from Santa Monica, so that's a bonus.
How good is it to be back in the green and gold, especially this weekend when there's so much on the line?
Yeah, it's really special, mate. Every time you get to wear this jersey, you cherish it, and obviously a lot to play for this weekend. Take it a game at a time, but nice fast start there from the boys. It was nice to get 1 minute of game time at the end there and try and contribute a little bit, but yeah, big weekend for us.
What do you make of the rest of day one here, the rest of the games in the pool?
I've got a tough game against Argentina next. Obviously, yeah, a lot to play for both sides, and then we'll finish the game with Spain. So we'll cut a couple of hours off now, and then we'll tuck into Argentina.
Thanks very much. Good luck.
Thanks a lot.
So the HSBC Los Angeles Sevens bringing all the action in the finale. Here's Neil Powell, strong start, but the loss of Lane Davids will be tough for them as well.
Absolutely. I mean, Davids is such a powerful ball carrier there for them. I mean, the Blitzboks are lucky. They do have in Westhuizen and Duplessis and others, Pretorius there. They do have other powerful forwards who can step up and emerge, but Zay Davids has just been so important to put South Africa on the front foot, be strong defensively in the breakdown.
And home of the LA Galaxy, the stadium here called Dignity Health Sports Park welcomes you back to sunny Los Angeles, the Golden State as it's known, home to Hollywood and the elite. And right now rugby's royalty is here in action. That's Zane Davids, injured in the first half. A big blow for the Blitzboks as they lead this game 17 points to 5 after dropping the first pool game against the USA. Second half, South Africa kick to Canada on the right. Canada dropped their game to New Zealand early on in the pool stages. Look to receive this. It doesn't go 10.
Second time in this game, South Africa have kicked a not 10. That one really went for the low, flat kick, trying to catch the Canadian receiver too deep. Kick not well executed, though, and Canada will have the opportunity here.
They've played each other 58 times. Canada have won 6 of those. Big fan from Jojo Mora. Scored a try in the first half. Takes on Adonis, and Soizwapi brings him down. Canada. Short ball from Webster to Teal. Oh, what a flick ball back on the inside. Brock Webster beats the sweeper as well. That is spectacular from the Canadians.
Really well executed there from Teal and Webster. Gave the short line. Looked like the South African defender was creeping to get the man out the back. Didn't pay attention to that, to Teal coming short on the hard line. Does really well here. We see Webster attack the line. Teal goes through, and then Webster slides back. Duplessis does his best, has his hands on him, but not able to bring Webster down. Has just enough pace and power to balance, to stay on his feet, go over, and Canada striking back, getting back into this one.
A brilliant response from Brock Webster on his side. Kick sails over 17 points to 12. Webster played with the Toronto Arrows in Major League Rugby, a winger in 15s. Electric in this game of 7s. South Africa started strong and conceded the last 2 tries. Coates off his left boot goes to Williams, and South Africa claim this. Oosthuizen is there. They get the penalty.
And South Africa just really controlled, getting up high in a pod, not even really giving Canada the opportunity to compete for that. And now they've got the penalty, can afford to slow the game down and start getting some possession, which they haven't had since kind of the middle of that first half, and has allowed Canada to get back into this one.
Good look at Adonis there, one of the newer players in the mix, the 23-year-old, as they train in Stellenbosch in South Africa. Morris Schoeman is there as well with his academy. So this is how it stands here currently. South Africa lead, but of course so many different permutations. Any one of those top 4 sides could win, including Australia, Argentina and Fiji. South Africa, if they get to the cup final, that'll be enough for them to clinch it. But as we know, this tournament has certainly delivered plenty of action so far as they drop their first game, need to win the next 2. Bounce pass for the Blitzboks. Duplessis takes him on the outside, finds Sheikh Soizwapi. They give him too much space, and Soizwapi uses his momentum, and the captain goes in the corner.
Soizwapi with the big fend and the speed to get in the corner around Webster there. And the Canadian defence, once again, they're just getting way too tight. And when South Africa move it to those wide channels, they're sliding across. They're having to drop off so much. Duplessis does really well there. The in and away just gets Webster to look in for a split second, and that helps buy the space for Soizwapi to go in the corner, uses his fend, uses his power to get over the line.
Sheikh Soizwapi slides in for his second. Climbing up the ladders, most tries for South Africa. Took over Justin Gedult's record a while back, chasing Fabian Juris and South Africa, who have 179. Shakes currently sits on 133, and that's 10 points the buffer so far, if he gets a well-earned break. South Africa won gold in the first two Dubai tournaments, then in Spain, Malaga and Sevilla, but then 7th, 5th, 11th and 5th in London has them in this position as the other sides have caught up.
Yep.
Canada go down. Ball hits the line, doesn't hit the line. Now it rolls out.
Yeah, just had enough on that. We've seen a few times today teams going for too much on those touchline kicks. And in sevens, a little bit of territory isn't as valuable as possession.
Cooper Coates, good skills from him. Silver medalist from the Pan American Games. Goes tight into the 22, Canada. 3 to play. Wide ball for Webster. Webster dives for the corner. We will check to see if this is try or no try.
We'll check. Okay. Tim, I'll check. Try yes or no.
Looks really, really close on the touchline there. The grounding, I think, was good. So the question is whether the tackler was Angela Davids there was able to bring that left foot out of bounds. Oh, I think he's got that down. I think that left leg is off the ground when the ball touches down. Don't know if we'll get a better look here. Oh, really, really good finish there from Brock Webster. Able to keep his body in the air while he gets the ball down with his right hand. And I think this try should be awarded.
Yeah. Yeah.
No try.
Okay. So, no try, 5-meter scrum.
So, looks like
Correct.
no try, 5-minute scrum has, in fact, gone out of bounds. The crowd don't like that one at all.
All right.
I'm not quite sure what that wasn't given for. So it's a 5-meter scrum, which suggests they said that he knocked it on.
Attacking ball. No, no, no. Here.
He knocked the ball on because in touch would have been a line out. Yeah, for me, I saw that. I saw try. Couldn't really hear the referee's mic, unfortunately.
So in the end, South Africa will have a scrum feed here, up by 10 points. Can Canada disrupt? They need to score here to keep in the game.
Bind.
On the field is Branko de Preur, one of South Africa's greatest, most successful player with 23 cup titles to his name for the blitz box. Adonis slams us downfield with his left boot. It's still in the field to play. Canada need to strike here. Brock Webster, who was oh so close moments ago. There's a lot of green jerseys in front of him. One of them is Miller du Plessis, and he throws it over the top football style to Jojo Mora. Mora rides the tackle of Angelo Davids, and Branko de Preur gets in over this. He's such a solid sweeper as Branko de Preur, that experience.
He's so good at keeping his footwork, keeping his body position, and then reloading really quickly. And I mean, he's a shorter guy, has such a good center of mass. He gets it in a very low position, and once he's in over that ball, so hard to dislodge.
He's chasing Marius Skumon's record of 103 tries. I know there's probably a lot of banter down at the training center in Stellenbosch. Branko de Preur, 32 years of age. Became South Africa's most capped player of all time in London, 29, moving ahead of the great Carl Brown.
First one here.
Substitutes made for both sides. On the field becomes Thomas Isherwood for Canada, knows of the mullet man. We'll get a shot of his hair. There he is on the radio screen. You can't miss him. So the Blitzbox fans want to keep the match ball. I'm sorry you can't. A minute to go in this Pool B game. After this, it's New Zealand, USA. The other two sides in it. Ryan Oosthuizen goes high, does the lawyer across field. Nice little step. They try to get Shilton van Wyk in. James Murphy finds Branko de Preur. And again, it's Oosthuizen. Clatters his way upfield as Oosthuizen. HSBC Dream Team voted by the fans in round 4. But penalty comes to Canada for holding on. Isherwood wants to crack on with things. He gets tackled just outside the 22 for the North American side. Around the fringes they work. Cooper Coates. Still there for Lockie Kratz. Here comes the mullet man now. Oh, big. Strong contact from Branko Dupree as well on Isherwood. Ngongo finds a bit of space here. Brock Webster. He's had an excellent game, has Webster. Finds the angle on the inside. Ngongo is on after this. Canada will go in again. Time will run out on them. But this is a performance they can certainly be proud of.
Absolutely have stepped up a big gear from their performance against New Zealand earlier. Thought that really wasn't the best I've seen the Canadians play. But today, in this game here against South Africa, the defense has been marginally better, but in attack, they've just looked after the ball a lot better. Haven't had those careless handling errors that really held them back against New Zealand. Not enough to get back and tie or win this match, but lots more to build upon from this performance.
Kick will stay to the right-hand side. Anton Ngongo out of Victoria, British Columbia, has the final say in the game. But South Africa hold on to win their first pool game here by 22 points to 17 over Canada.